guys, we're back at it again.
Hello.
Oh my goodness, I've got Kim on the other end. Thanks, Kim, for helping me out this week. It actually has been a lot of fun. It's given us a chance to see each other.
Yeah.
Right? So, too much fun. Kim does not have a microphone on today, so if she has anything to add, I'll probably repeat what she says.
What are you doing today?
So today we're talking glass cutting boards. Oh my gosh, you guys. Ooh!
I'm blown away.
I'm so excited. This is so much fun.
Hey, show us what we're talking about.
It's one of those items that you think was bought at a boutique, right? So we'll talk more about these designs here in just a moment. Here's just, we have 3 new designs up on the website
or they
today.
Should be up soon.
Or they will be up here shortly. But look at this one. This is the one I'm going to do with you today. And that is a little plate for Santa and his reindeer. How fun is that?
A few carrots for the flight crew. Heck yeah. And then
the cookies for Santa.
Yes.
Right.
And of course you got the milk.
The place for the milk. And it says, Dear Santa, we have snacks and a treat for your reindeer too. Isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So the idea behind these cutting boards is that, I don't know about you, I don't necessarily like to cut on glass. It can really dull your knife and such, but you know, some people love it. So you could do it because the sublimation is actually on the back. It's not on the front, and we'll talk about why that's important here in just a moment. But so yes, you could use them if you wanted to. I would definitely hand wash these. I would not put these in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, these would be super cute on a display. Like if you had a little easel and you put it on display. You know what? I'll go through all of that here in a minute. Let's go ahead and get started with this because it does take a couple of minutes to actually go through the press. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Someone asked, do you use the same heat press for every project you did?
Well, not every project.
Almost all.
Almost. The heat press you will use the most often is the flat heat press. In fact, let's head over here so I can get this to start heating up. Let's see, I'm going to do a temperature of, I'm going to go 390. And the time, I'm going to do 190 seconds. So which is 3 minutes, right? So how is this done? So, oh my gosh, I'm dying, you guys. It's so freaking cute. Okay, dear Santa. So fun. Okay, so the first thing I want to let you know is that you can also purchase these Sublimation cutting boards on our Amazon affiliate link. Now, this is specifically made for sublimation. Why? Because on the back, you see there's like a white coating, and it's a white polymer coating. So you can't just sublimate on glass. All right. It's got to have something to sublimate to. So that's why I like this, is because you can actually, it's ready to go. All right. Now, I am going to do a class in the new year on, you could purchase, a lot of people like doing them on glass cutting boards that they find at like Dollar Tree, right? Now, there's a few extra steps involved with that because you have to create your own polymer coating. But, you know, let's go ahead and have fun with that in the new year, right? But if you want something that's just ready to go, print and sublimate, then you want these sublimation blanks. And they're like $3 or $4 a piece. They're so cheap. So, you know what? Save yourself a few steps. I mean, by the time you have to go to the dollar store and get that and then get all the things you need for the polymer coating, might as well just get one that's ready and already done. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean our glass a little bit. I'm just using a lint-free cloth and some rubbing alcohol. Now, the reason you do this is because you want to remove any dust, lint, but also fingerprints off of here. Okay, so I'm just doing it real quickly on both sides, and you let it dry. here is what it looks like. Now, the other thing to note is you want to make sure that you are using 8.5 by 14-inch paper. This is not your 8.5 by 11, which you can use in the Brother Scan and Cut, Brother Sublimation machine. So
uses both sizes.
It uses both sizes. So this is the one you want to use if you're going to be doing the cutting boards. All right. Now, this does not look very bright, does it?
It's going to.
It's going to look like this. Also, make mental note. You're going to notice something else very different than what we've talked about earlier this week. And that is, it is not in mirror image.
Nope.
What? You're going, wait a minute, Chris. You've been telling me all week long, all of these things have to be in mirror image. Well, when you're going through glass, you're going from behind, so you do not need to have it in mirror image. All right. Okay, let's take a look at how this is done. I have it placed down here on my, just on my cutting board, and I'm going to
show the different sides.
Oh, so this is the white side. Okay, that's your sublimation side. That's what it's going to stick onto. And this is my clear side. So my clear side goes up, and I can kind of see. Do you see how you can see through the glass?
Yeah.
And that's a great thing. In fact, this is how I prefer to put this on, and that is because you can see it from here.
Right,
I like to do it from behind.
Cut off.
Yeah, you want to make sure, like, especially if you have letters. Now, if there's other parts that get cut off a little bit, not a big deal. So you've got to just move it around to make sure that your letters are not cut off. All right, and I don't want any white space here. So I'm making sure that it fits right in.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, so then from that point, I'm just going to place a few pieces of tape. And my personal preference is to actually just tape the whole thing. All right. And just with big long strips. I just want to make sure that nothing gets, I don't like ghosting or any of that happening. So
you're just taking a few extra precautions.
Yeah, I'm just taking a few extra precautions.
But you could just do a few tapes.
You could.
Pieces.
Yep.
You're just being extra cautious.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. So we're about ready to flip this over. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to head over here to the heat press. And I want to make sure that I have a piece of parchment paper down on the bed, because there may be a chance of getting a little bit of ink down below. We don't want to have that happen. And with this, I'm going to flip it upside down.
Do that one more time.
I'm going to flip this upside down. Okay, see that? So the glass is side down, face down. And then I'm going to take my second piece of parchment paper and just place it over top. Again, I'm doing this just to protect my press. All right, in the middle there. Okay, so that is all there is to it. And I'll go ahead and hit the start. And you're going to notice that it's giving a nice even pressure all the way down. And it's now counting down my seconds.
Wow. You literally can just walk away from it now at this point.
Adios. Okay. So while that is heating up, it's going to take just a couple of minutes. Let's take a closer look at some of the other designs.
And there might be a few questions too.
Oh, yeah. And if there's any questions, let us know. In fact, let's start out with questions.
Well, Kelly wanted to know, is there a smell with this?
Kelly wants to know if there is a smell with this. Sometimes there can be a smell. And so, especially for those projects that you are sublimating for 2 or 3 minutes, you're going to smell a little bit of something. So it is advised that you do it in a place where you can open a window.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and place this upside down.
I don't think you needed to press it longer, but
I know.
As you can see, it doesn't hurt it.
I didn't need to press it longer, but yeah, it's pretty darn cute. All right, let's go over here and let this baby cool on.
Yeah, let's put it on this mat.
Yeah.
Okay, once again, oh my gosh, so cute. There we go. Cookies, carrots for the flight crew. and snacks.
This would be super fun if you were doing craft fairs. Wouldn't this be a great
Oh my
design
gosh,
that I
yes.
think would sell really well? Or those of you who have Etsy shops, this would be a design that would sell really well.
Oh, for sure.
You have permission to make these designs into projects up to 100, I think it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's on the terms of use. You can't sell the design, but you could sell the finished project or the finished product. Okay. This could be cute on a placemat too.
Yeah.
Just make sure if you do it on a placemat, you do it in reverse.
Oh, so you're saying if you heated it on fabric?
Yes. If I heated it on fabric, I could make it into a placemat.
Or like a mug rug.
Look at this, Kim. You're like,
this is the back side, of course.
Yeah, that's the back.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm just peeling off the tape. That's it, guys.
So again, explain the difference between using this on glass and how you print it and using it on fabric and how you print it.
Okay. So the difference between glass and fabric is that when you put it on fabric or pretty much any blank where you're putting it on the front of something, you do have to mirror image that print. Now,
and it will already come that way.
If you purchase your designs from Girlfriends, we already have that mirror image included in your downloadable files so that you don't have to stress about it. You don't have to worry about it. If you're using another design that doesn't come with mirror image, then you do have to remember to put it in mirror image in your print settings when you go to print it. But the difference with glass is this glass does not have the sublimation on top. The sublimation is actually, coming from behind.
Yeah.
And so that's why you don't have to mirror image that.
That is so cute.
Right? It's just coming right through.
What a fun gift idea for all of your grandkid, families.
Yes, a super fun gift idea for the grandkids, for all of, your married kids' families, whoever, it might be. Now, the other thing is that all of these blanks also come with these little, what do you call them? Like rubber feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rubber feet. So when this is cooled off, and this is still a little bit hot, so I'm going to put it on this one. All right. So pretty. I love this design.
Look at the quilt blocks on there.
Aren't those quilt blocks so beautiful? Oh my goodness. I love this. Love, love, love. Okay. So with this, these little stoppers or little feet, I should say, come in the package with it. So all you have to do is it has a sticky side and you just place them on all four corners, just like that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So that way it's not right up against the table. You have some cushion there so it doesn't scratch anything, right? So now,
oh, so cute.
It's up. And so kind of fun. If you wanted to make several, you would stack them on top of each other, but they'll be protected because they have those little feet on them. Again, you can get these cutting boards for $3 or $4 a piece. It's so affordable. It's so inexpensive. All of the blanks that we've been talking about, again, are found in our Amazon affiliate link. Scroll down to the bottom of our website at mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. Click on that. It will take you to all the things that we recommend.
Yeah. And you've tried them all.
Yeah. And we have so many other, we are constantly thinking of new ideas and ways that you can use your printer, because this is a really fun machine for all your creativity.